Today, we are going to learn about sterilization validation and recall policy. The objectives of today's session are how to validate sterile items, what is sterilization recall, when to recall, how to recall, what to do after recall, corrective action, precautions to prevent recall, and conclusion. How to validate sterile items. Autoclave machine generates a printout which contains data regarding the temperature and sterilization time. Verify whether the temperature was maintained throughout the cycle. Check the indicator for proper color change. Chemical indicator class 1. Before autoclave, blue. After autoclave, black. Chemical indicator class 5. Before autoclave, white. After autoclave, black. Biological indicators. Check the indicator for proper color change and growth of organisms. This is an image showing the Bowdic test pack. Check for proper labeling of date, time, number of bins and bundles, name of the autoclave, load number, and name of the sterilizing person. Check whether the bin holes are locked properly during unloading. What is sterilization recall? Whenever sterilization doesn't meet its requirements, all packs sterilized in that cycle are called back from the respective area where it has been supplied. The packs called back are sent for re-sterilization using a proper machine. Sterilization recall is done under the following circumstances. When there is no complete change in the color of the indicator, bin holes are left open while unloading inside the OT, accidental contamination by fly or a mosquito, bins without indicator tape, wet bins and bundles after sterilization. When to recall? When there is no complete change in the color of the indicator, if the pouch is not sealed properly and left open, presence of dust inside the packing, if the instruments not cleaned properly before packing. For example, your cautery tip and your vitrectomy probe. If the exposure of ETO gas is less than 2 hours. Why does an indicator fail? Temperature and vacuum cannot reach its target when there is small leak in the vacuum system. The pack itself may be wrapped too tightly, resulting in poor penetration of steam. Overloading of bins can also result in poor penetration of steam. Recall process. Trace where the unsterile items have been distributed. Find out the reason for failure of sterilization. Collect all the unsterile items, clean and re-sterilize. If the reason for sterilization failure is due to faulty autoclave or ETO, take appropriate steps to fix it. Inform the, inform the theatre in charge in CMO. Check the parameters of the machine with electrician and repeat leak test and Bowdic test and update the documentation. What to do after recall? Recall procedure documentation should include reason for the recall, root cause analysis, time and date of the suspect cycle, sterilizer identification and location, load contents to recall and number of items, staff operated and verified, the result printouts, chemical indicator strips collected from user, corrective and preventive actions, verification that the recalled items were reprocessed, CSSD in chart signature. This is the recall register. Corrective action. Whenever the steady gauge or any indicator fails, check one more time by running another cycle. If the issue continues, inform the electrical department. If the issue continues, then inform the company. If a particular lot of steady gauge fails, use an indicator from a different lot. Precautions to be taken. For autoclave or ETO, the preventive maintenance service must be compulsorily carried out once in 6 months. An empty cycle should be run each morning with all indicators to check the autoclave functioning. Perform leak test weekly. Bowdic test to check proper functioning. Proper cleaning of instruments. If instruments are not cleaned properly, protein and salt debris may prevent organisms from direct contact with the sterilizing agent and interfere with the efficacy of the sterilizing agent. Conclusion. Always validate the sterilization process, follow the protocol, verify the validation results, follow calibration and preventive maintenance, recalls to be minimized. Thank you.